I'm stuck inside a zipper, but I won't give up looking for my way out. You know what's funny? I am sure if my wife would be with me, she would have protected me and I would never end up being abducted to inside a zipper. Honestly, not too many people know about the secret life of my wife. It all started when she and her friend decided to rob a bank together. Many, many years ago, when my wife says they were spontaneous and highly irresponsible. So they planned this robbery for a year, up to the last great detail, and finally, the day to put plan in action came. My wife drove to the front of the bank, stopped the car, and said to her friend, "I want to be absolutely sure you understand the plan. You are supposed to be in and out of the bank in not more than 3 minutes. Do you understand the plan?" "Perfectly," replied her friend. So she went in the bank while my wife waited in the getaway car. 1 minute passed. 3 minutes passed. 5 minutes passed. My wife was getting really stressed out. Finally, the bank doors burst open, with her friend running out of the doors with a safe wrapped up in rope that she was dragging to the car. About the time she got the safe in the trunk of the car, the bank doors burst open again with the security guard coming out. The guard's pants and underwear were down around his ankles while he was firing the shots into their car's direction. As my wife's friend jumped into a car and they started driving away, my wife yelled, "You are such a blonde. I thought you understood the plan." Her friend replied, I did exactly what you said." "No, you got it all mixed up," snapped my wife. "I said, tie up the guard and blow the safe." Gee, what a mix-up. Wow. Anyway, they didn't get too far. Police responded fast and they were stopped some 10 blocks away from the bank when my wife's friend got a craving for a burrito and they stopped by nearest 7-Eleven. After that, there was a complete blackout. The next thing my wife remembered is coming back to consciousness in what looked like a dark underground bunker, in a room with 2 men tied up to the chairs, just like her. Later, she understood that this was an agency requirement test for a special agent's position. I guess her robbery planning and skills driving a getaway car was enough for her to score this once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. By the way, we weren't married yet back then. This was at a time when she was with her first husband. Anyway, back to the test. The man who was hosting the test was standing in the middle of the room and started the speech. "We must know that you will follow your instructions without any questions, no matter what the circumstances." So he took one of the men to a large metal door and, handing him a gun, continued, "Behind this door, you will find your wife sitting in a chair. You must kill her." The man said, "You can't be serious. I could never shoot my wife." The agent said, "Then you're not the right man for this job. You failed." Then he gave the same instructions to the second man. The man took the gun and went into the room. All was quiet for about 5 minutes. Then the man came out with tears in his eyes. "I tried, but I can't kill my wife." The agent said, "You don't have what it takes. You failed the test also. Take your wife and go home." Finally, it was my wife's turn. She was given the same instructions, that her husband is behind the door and she needs to waste him. She took the gun and went into the room. Shots were heard, one shot after another. Then, there was screaming, crashing, and banging on the walls. After a few minutes, all was quiet. The door opened slowly and there stood my wife. She wiped the sweat from her eyebrows and said, "I am not sure you are aware, but this gun is loaded with blanks. So instead of shooting him, I had to beat him to death with the chair." Man, no one saw that coming. Needless to say, she got the job. Shortly, agency sent her to her first mission, to steal some important files from some corrupted billionaire's safe. So, it was a beautiful evening in July. Skies were clear, with naked stars playfully reflecting light on my wife's gorgeous skin. And instead of sipping her favorite marguerite, she was undercover at a party in a billionaire's mansion. Gee. After the security was distracted, my wife, dressed in a sexy red dress and high heels, sneaked up into an office room on the 2nd floor. She found a safe that would open by pushing on a medieval statue's manhood and began working her way to cracking the combination. The Lady in Red song was coming out of the speakers. It was beautiful. Just as she managed to open the safe, a bright light flashed and a special security team stormed through the door, through the windows, and even down from the glass-covered ceiling. Shouts were heard, "Freeze! Get down!" Against the wall. "Hands on your head! Hands up! Hands behind your back!" My wife froze. Her heart was pounding faster than Formula One, but she knew she wouldn't get embarrassed. That's why secret agents love take Pampers to every mission. Yes, it's some real shit, ladies and gentlemen. Best quality guaranteed. Wait, now I have a brain freeze. Was it her first mission or diaper action commercial that she starred in years ago? Oh well, who cares? You got the idea anyway. The most important is that I have a wife you can't mess with, and I know that whoever got me called her for ransom, and this is what she said to them. "I don't know who you are. I don't know what you want. If you are looking for ransom, I can tell you I don't have money. But what I do have are a very particular set of skills. Skills that I have acquired over a very long career. Skills that make me a nightmare for people like you. If you let my husband go now, that'll be the end of it. I will not look for you, I will not pursue you. But if you don't, I will look for you. I will find you. And I will kill you." Gosh, I love her so much, and I am patiently waiting. I know she will be here any moment now.
Attention, perimeter breach. Attention, perimeter breach.
What is this? Honey, is that you? Oh my God.